Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out, Season 3, Eons, Episode 17. First things first, this will be a continuation of Episode 15, following Scorchfire Prime's adventure. So Hex, here's the plan. You're going to tell me which character you're playing, spoilers, we already said it, and give us a short description of what they look like and what's going on in their brain module, and we'll get started. Last we left off, you still had no watch, so you still don't know what thread this is. You have the floor.
Yes, hi. I'm Hexamis. I'm playing Scorchfire, who is a blue with like neon blue flames. Autobot turns into a fancy sports car. Last we left off, we were, I think, about to face off with Peepaw by my side, and right now, I think terrified is probably the best word to sum everything up.
What an understatement. And finally, I'm Onyx, and I'll be your DM. Your Primus, you're gone for this round. Are you ready to get started?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Excellent. I'll set the scene. Last we left off, you were standing with Vector Prime outside of Devoid's castle, in a timeline thread set eons in the future on a planet, or what's left of a planet, Cybertron, that has been destroyed by events long ago. There are no stars in the sky, but more recently, Unicron has arrived through a black hole that has been the only constant in the abyss above. Unicron, with one hand raised, preparing to smash it down onto the surface below, grumbles.
I know the Silver Matrix is here. Give it to me.
Meanwhile, Vector Prime slowly levitates and assumes a position with one hand bent forward and the other bent back, and shouts downwards towards your direction, Scorchfire. Unicron rarely travels alone, without his minions. I need them distracted while I try to trap him in a time spell.
I could do that. I could do a distraction. Give him a thumbs up.
As you do so, and as you say that, almost on cue, a flock of thousands upon thousands of sweep begin to emerge from Unicron, screaming and chittering violently. They begin moving along Unicron's hand, coming down. You can see Vector Prime's face darken a little bit, but holds his stance in the air. And as he is, you see a blue energy sigil appear in each of his hands. The crest of Vector Prime, a gear with lightning bolts in the middle, and a small circle at each bent of the lightning bolts. What are you thinking, and how would you like to prepare?
Kind of grimace, first of all, because, the little more than I thought I would be facing off against. I think I want to ready my hammer, obviously, but also kind of get into like a runner's position, like engine revving, ready to roll, because I want to see if I can like honk my horn and then sort of make a loud noise enough to diverge their attention toward me and then just lead them away from Vector Prime.
Okay. As you prepare for the oncoming assault of, what did I say, thousands upon thousands of sweeps?
Many. So many.
So many, you lose count. Everything seems grim for a moment. Silence, all you can hear is the chittering of sweeps, and you prepare. You hear several grandfather clocks chime coming from every direction as hundreds of portals flash, hundreds of what you can safely assume are Vector Prime from other timelines and other threads. Some look similar to yours. Same main features, the purple head, the white body, and golden lines, almost like tattoos, each wielding their famous sword and maroon cape. Some are different sizes, genders, or shapes, but all of them are ready for battle. Now what do you think?
I'm in awe. There's so many Peepaws, but also a little like humbled to be in the presence of so many Vector Primes. Enough that like I almost like stumble out of position and just watch them all for a second, because this is probably the one and only time for very few bots to see this many Vector Primes all together. I'm very, very thankful for that.
Roll me a wisdom with advantage.
With advantage? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Golly gee willikers. First is a 19. 1 second. And I got an 18, so 19.
Perfect. with knowing about the Prime and the history of the Silver Matrix, you are happy to see the aid that has now come to you, but it comes at a cost. This is a double-edged sword act. Yes, you won't be alone in defending your Vector Prime, but remembering what both Vector Prime and Luminous Prime of the Primus Vanguard mentioned, if any one of them fall, they all will fall. That is the current curse of the Primes for each thread.
Oof, puts a bit of a damper on things, doesn't it?
As that feeling rushes over you, Vector Prime, still holding his stance, your Vector Prime. Don't worry, Scorchfire. As long as all of us focus on stopping Unicron, we will be victorious. And with that, he ascends even higher and crosses his legs and moves his arms out. And you see a small blue orb appear in front of him, and it slowly begins to expand. Very slowly, mind you. Unicron's hand is mere seconds from smashing into the ground. What is it you would like to do next?
And all of the sweeps are on his hands. The moment his hand touches the ground, it's game on.
They're on his hands, they're flying around his hands, they're coming out from all other angles, but the majority of them are like surrounding his arm that's coming down.
They're a tumbling. They're a coming. Mm-hmm. How far away am I from it?
From the hand?
Yes.
His hand is massive. Probably 100 feet as it's coming down.
I want to try and get the swoop's attention as best I can. So I think what I want to do, this is tough. I want to actually, instead of racing straight toward the hand, I want to sort of run like alongside. I guess parallel might be the better word for it, and maybe fire off a shot from my blaster just toward the sweeps in the general direction, just to make sure that they're angry and focused on not Peepaw.
Okay. Roll me an athletic.
Okay. Oh boy. I got a 17.
Okay, you successfully run parallel to its arm. Is it towards like the hand that's incoming, or is it opposite? So you're like running farther away, or is it towards it?
I'm gonna be going towards it, and instead of running, can I actually use my Heelys instead? Maybe
absolutely.
Speed boost.
I don't think this has happened very much, but you get an inspiration, because that's exactly what Scorchfire would do.
Yes, my Heelys. My Heelys.
The hand collides with the surface of Cybertron, or what's left of it, of this version at least. Sweeps pour down. Go ahead and roll damage, because it's going to be hard to miss a sweep. You can just roll damage to get their attention.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you pop a blast off. Some of the sweeps diverge off and move towards your direction. A massive rust dust cloud erupts from the surface, making it so you slowly lose your visibility. Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Good thing I have good perception. Alright, 18. Oh my god, did it again. I got an 18.
Two 18s.
I got 18
nice.
and 18.
With that 18, you see out of the corner of your optic as more of the dust cloud fogs your vision. In the distance, about 100 feet behind you, a purple portal emerges and a tall, dark figure steps out before they are submerged in the dust.
Uh-oh. I don't...
Roll me in athletics with disadvantage.
No! I got a 16. And I got a 16 again. What is happening?
Nice.
I'll take it, but just very strange.
As you're rolling your athletics, you also see Devoid's castle begin to crumble, and chunks and debris begin flying out, and you swear you can hear it crying out in pain for a mere second. Unicron's claw pulls back, causing more of the castle pieces to be flung in every direction and land back into the surface, causing several thuds. A large chunk of it lands right over the top of you, but since you rolled such a nice little athletics for you, you don't get squashed.
Thank you, Primus.
You stand just perfectly in one of the window outlets, so you get slammed inside of a room, if that makes sense, instead of getting squashed.
Yeah, like the window fell around me.
Correct. Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh.
As your vision is still not as clear, you can focus on a green, glowing object from outside of one of the opposite adjacent windows. What's going on in your head?
A lot of panic. And, oh my promise, I can't believe I just didn't get squashed.
Me too,
And-
I was hoping to squash you.
Oh, God. Oh, especially because it's just the little gap of
Wow,
a
that's
window. Also, I like, what do I do? Like, is that galaxy wave? And if so, we're screwed. Because if I can't get out of here and then one peepaw falls, that's it. And then I'm doomed. Stuck. And then I feel bad for D-Boy because hearing him cry is not great in his castle, his home being ruined is awful. But also, like, what is this green thing? Can I see it enough to know what it is?
So as the dust settles in this room, you can now see it for what it is. A green half-dome shield slowly being dismissed, protecting Galaxy Wave from the falling debris. As you see the shield retreat into his backpack, he has some battle damage, as if he has been shot in his shoulder since your last confrontation. What do you do? What are you thinking?
Where's the quickest exit? How do I get out and away from this being, this bot, this wretched being?
The only other exit in what's left of this room, which would have been an entryway, is crumbled up with some rocks, pillars, and then the other only place you can see out is through the same window he is walking through. He bends his knee a bit and slowly begins to move some rubble to the side. And as he does so, he says the following while trying to make his way in.
I don't give you enough credit. After our last encounter where I easily decimated the Primus Vanguard and you and your friends ran in fear, I decided to step through other timelines to get a better understanding of you, and what I saw surprised me. In the thousands of threads I visited, you would never become Prime. You remain your former Spitfire self and die on Crossbone's ship. When I made you, you were never supposed to succeed. You were merely a backup plan to the numerous other backup plans. I shadow played the thousands, all reconstructed to bear the Matrix. Orion Pax, Thunderclash, Grimlock, and more. You were last on the list, and somehow, beyond all carefully calculated predictions and effort, here you are.
Ain't that just fate for you? And I'm gonna shoot him in the eye.
Roll to hit.
Get away from me, you smelly son of a... I got an 11.
Okay. With the 11, you blast, but you miss. It goes by his shoulder, close to his head though. He takes another step forward.
But that was not all. I discovered in those threads billions of shockwave. My former self never amounted to anything beyond being a pawn in Megatron's games. Thus, in conclusion, I should be thanking you. You are the reason I stand here and now, more powerful than I could ever hypothesize. Our destinies were for something lesser, and we defied the equations that were against us. You and I are not so different. Instead of killing each other off, we should be helping one another. I almost have all the resources I need to reshape the multiverse, to make it perfect, more efficient. Scorchfire, give me the Solar Matrix, and I'll let you and your friends live. I'll only ask you this once.
Scorchfire is mad. So mad that her engine is essentially just revving in anger. You think I'm supposed to sympathize with you after your little speech? To so easily side with you and think that everything is fine? After everything that you've not only put me through, but my friends through? I'm fine with what you said about me, about the other me's, not being so special, talking down to me. But my friends, you don't mess with. And I expect to get paid back. I'm gonna ready my hammer. Is he through the window or is he sort of like caught halfway?
He's caught halfway at the moment.
Yeah, I really wanna. I'm taking a swing.
Okay, roll to hit.
I wanna knock him back out. I got a nat 20.
Oh dear, double damage. Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Because
Because that will definitely be hitting.
Thank you, Primus. Thank you, Primus. Thank you, Primus. I'll never ask for anything ever again. Let's see. 46 plus strength. Total of 20.
Wait, we're doubling that to 40. That is a massive whopper. How would you like to do this? Tell me specifically. I'm gonna give you free reign here.
I want to obviously take the hammer, heft it up over my shoulder, come right up to his face, and I want to try to think of something witty to say because I want to. This is going straight into his optic. I don't want this anywhere else except that money maker right in the
I'm gonna give it to you. Is this gonna push him back out, or are you gonna push him to the side?
I want him flying back. I want him straight back, as far back as I can get him. But just about a swing.
Roll me a strength on top of this to see how far back he goes. He will go back. I'm just gonna have this to dictate how far back.
Okay, I got a 23.
Holy Primus. Okay. So you whop him. He makes a huge high arc out of the window, and he goes back quite a distance, and he lands with a hard, massive thud. Because that nat 20, because you hit him with so much damage, his optic cracks and fractures into a spider web. Parts of his head is dented inwards, and you are free to go out the window.
Kiss my shiny metal aft, you son of a glitch. I'm hopping out the window, running away.
Okay, as you're hopping out the window and begin moving out, he gets up and you can hear kind of a high-pitched noise. Doesn't affect you, doesn't seem to be hurting you, but on a glance, looking at Galaxy Wave, he seems to be clutching his head with his free hand.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn around. Because he
seems to be frozen in mid, as if it's painful to him.
Kind of would like to stay a respectable distance away, but I want to watch and see what happens, but I want to ready my blaster, have it trained on his optic again.
As you are hesitating and you're waiting, you hear Vector Prime's thoughts within your head. This is the fate of all those who don't bear a matrix and become the Herald of Unicron. Careful, Scorchfire. Don't lose your matrix or else Unicron will have a much easier time trying to get inside your head. The high-pitched noise only lasts for a few seconds, and then everything's back to normal. Galaxy Wave stands all the way back up, tall and proud, and says,
As you command, my master. Such a waste.
He raises his cannon, and you can see red particles begin to form at the tip.
No, I would like to run away, please. I would like to run very far away. Hold on. I'm trying to see if maybe my car mode is faster than I am. It's like an extra get super far away, super fast.
As you're running away and getting ready to transform into car mode, shadows swirl past you and all around Galaxy Wave as a massive hand the size of Galaxy Wave clutches him, while the other hand is formed out of shadows and dust and ash, grabs onto the ground and begins to form Devoid once more, a much larger Devoid than you are used to, and you can hear his voice again. Devoid shouting down at your opponent.
You will not touch her. You will not harm my friend.
Devoid standing at the size of a titan, using all of the power he has left and a little more now that there are more bots in the area filled with rage. The demon Decepticon King himself, with a mix of mechanical and organic parts, and flames blazing on his head, is doing his best to hold back Galaxy Wave. Now, with your view no longer obstructed by dust or by shadows, you can now see the chaos all around you. Sweeps and different versions of Vector Prime locked in combat, while your Vector Prime is still focusing on his time spell. The blue orb he has conjured is now approximately twice the size he is, and there appears to be 2 sweeps nearby you, but their focus is on Peepaw Vector Prime, and they're creeping their way towards his direction.
Oh my god, I could cry. Devoid's here. First off, I want to, reach out a hand to him with, the biggest smile on my face and, maybe a couple of tears in the corner of my eye, Devoid, thank you so much. Oh, I love him. That's my new friend, by the way. I'm so glad I made you my friend. Oh, and then the moment I see the 2 sweeps by Peepaw, the hammer's coming out. I kind of want to tackle one as I'm smacking it with the hammer. Stay away from my Peepaw.
Okay. You want to roll a athletics for that?
Yes. I got an 8. I was too excited to see Devoid.
Okay, so with that 8, you don't quite tackle them, but you do get one of their attentions, and they turn towards your direction. They chitter ferociously at your face, and you see some saliva energon spitting towards you.
Ew. Shut up. Can I try and smack him again?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Shut your dirty mouth. Oh, man. Wait, I'm going to use my inspiration for that.
Okay, go ahead.
If this doesn't work, I'm going to be upset. Okay, well, I got a 23.
Yep, that definitely hits the sweep. Roll damage.
Yes, sir. 22.
Wow, that slap really knocks him down to the ground. He's not dead, but he's definitely chittering a little quieter, and he's running on all fours away from you and Peepaw.
Ew. All right, I'm gonna. He can leave. If he's not coming toward Peepaw, that's all that matters.
Yeah, he seems to be he's checking out.
Okay, he's had enough. Had enough of the hammer.
And as you're heading towards the second sweep, a massive red beam blasts out of Devoid's hand and straight into his face, splitting it in half. Devoid, Titan-sized body begins to fall to its knees and crumble into ash and shadows, revealing his normal-sized form that you are used to. On his knees before Galaxy Wave, you can see Devoid turn his head towards your direction one last time, just as Galaxy Wave plunges his hand into the demon's chest and pulls out the Dark Matrix, also known as the Heart of Darkness, a deep purple matrix with a crimson core, pulsing with purple magical mist. Galaxy Wave shoving Devoid's body to the side as it dissolves into ash and shadows for the last time. Admires his newfound treasure before tucking it away and changing his course towards your direction. He's roughly 500 feet away and closing.
Devoid, no! Just got my friend back, and now he's gone. Scorch kind of stares at the spot where Devoid was for a minute, kind of in disbelief that he's just gone. He's dissolved and faded away. I'll probably never see him again. But there's time to mourn later. Right now, I got 500 feet of distance. I have 1 sweep and a Peepaw. The sweep's attention is still on me.
The first one that was on you, the other one was still going towards Peepaw.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a sneaking surprise if you're going to attack that one.
Yes, I would. Oh, mamma mia! I really want to. If he's paying attention to Peepaw, I would love to be able to sneak up behind the sweep and then take my dagger. And I want to see if I can just backstab him.
Okay, I'll let you roll with advantage as you're doing so.
Thank you, kind sir. I got 23.
You got some high rolls today.
Don't jinx it, man. Don't. You shush. See, look, you jinxed it. Now I got an 8.
Well, you got the first one already.
Yeah, I know, but still.
With 23, you definitely hit. Yes. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Got a 6.
A 6. So you stab the sweep in the surprise. It chitters out in pain, but it's still angry. You have not intimidated it enough or surprised it enough that it's still on its course to Peepaw.
Just still going?
It's still going, even
Man.
with your dagger in it.
He's dedicated. I want to try and hold him back with one arm and then just be like, stop, stay away from Peepaw, and then just stab him again. Like, stay down.
Roll a strength for me, and I will roll strength to resist.
I got an 18.
I got a 4, so you definitely hold it back. And then you want to intimidate it, or you want to stab it?
I don't want to intimidate. I'm gonna stab.
Okay. I'm gonna let you roll to hit with advantage again, since you have it grappled.
Okay. So I got an 11 and a 16.
That 16 will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, thank you. 6 again.
All right, you're stabbing in and out into its body. Where are you stabbing it, by the way?
I'm stabbing it like right between the shoulder blades, like
Right between
dead
the shoulder.
center. Of the
Okay,
back.
it's definitely screaming out in pain, and it's now changing its focus onto you and trying to wrestle you.
How big is this wing, first of all?
About the same size you are, but with wings.
Can I like jump on its back, like piggyback style, and like hold on?
You know what? Yeah, and I'm generous today. Get an inspiration.
Oh,
Roll in athletics.
okay. I want to hold on, like wrap my legs around and lock my ankles together. You're not going anywhere. I got a 3.
Okay. You get immediately knocked off. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But it does change its course of direction and moves out of the way because Galaxy Wave is now much closer, and it is behaving some unknown force or calling to it, and it's getting out of the way. Galaxy Wave, now closer, raises his hand cannon. Red particles begin to form once more at the tip. Colors seem to fade as a crimson lightning bolt arcs out, casting a red hue on everything as it erupts toward your direction. You close your optics in preparation for the end, knowing those previously hit with this blast are quickly brought to the afterspark.
Am I just kind of like tuck and roll out of the way, or is this
You
it?
hear it impact with a large cracking of lightning, but you feel no pain. It must have been quick. You must already be in the afterspark. You're slightly grateful at first, for there are truly worse ways to die. You slowly open your optics, half expecting to be in a white room. Instead, you now realize what has happened. Vector Prime, now standing between you and Galaxy Wave, facing towards you, with red burning energy lines covering his body. Vector Prime slowly falls to his knees, spewing bright gold energon from his lips as a single blue tear drops from his cheeks as he gives a gentle smile. He whispers one last time, "I'm so sorry, Scorchfire. This was always the plan. It's up to you now." And exactly like a domino effect, you begin to see other Vector Primes fall to the surface, plummeting to their death. Others being torn to pieces in the sky, each of them dissolving into gold glitter and parts when they're killed. The blue sphere Vector Prime was creating in the sky blinks, then descends towards you, engulfing you within. Vector Prime's eye slowly fades to black and his body begins to flake off into gold glitter. And you feel your surroundings begin to swirl. And it feels as though your atoms are being stretched and pulled, and everything fades to black, and you hear Unicron rumbling. Silence fills the darkness, and in a flash, you're falling 50 feet in the air, spiraling as the wind and light touches your metal once again. Below you, see the surface. Cyber-organic trees and a small oil pond are directly below you, and you're heading towards at a fast and ever picking up pace. Roll a d20 saving throw.
Oh god, just a regular d20? Or
Yeah, whatever your saving throw is with that.
yes, okay. Got me tearing up. Got a dirty 20.
Oh, excellent. All right. You don't take any damage when you splash and hit the oil pond.
Okay. Quickly gasping to the surface.
As you gasp and make your way out of the oil pond, you see small green and blue sparkles of old, something you have not seen in a very long time. A flash of white fills the area and quickly dissipates, and standing with their back facing you, coming in at a mighty 5 feet tall, Smolder. Lapis, describe who you play and what they look like.
Hi, I'm Lapis. I play a tiny 5-foot-tall little man. He is a dragonfly and he's red. He's got little wings on his back, 4 arms, and a visor. And his dragonfly head is on his chest. He's just a little guy.
Scorchfire, what do you do?
Sob, cry, reach out to Smolder, and say, and I'm nearly chrome at this point. Like, I still have a little bit of paint left on me, but I have not much. I reach out like, Smolder? Is that you?
So, I immediately turn around. I turn around and I look at my mother in the eyes. Then I look her up and down. And then I waddle over and I zoom into her arms. Oh my god, Scorchfire, is that really you? Oh! Are you okay?
Sobbing.
What happens to your blue?
I'm not okay. I want to like cradle him and kind of like flop on my side and curl up in a ball while I'm holding him.
Ah!
As you do
what
so,
happens?
Smolder's eyes fall into a deep green.
No!
His body begins to lift off out of your grasp. And at this
Smolder?
point, Lapis, I'm going to be kicking you out for a second.
No!
Smolder!
His body raises off the ground 20 feet so that he's directly at eye level with you. His dragonfly wings are not flapping, and it seems to be some sort of green mist of magic. His arms and legs stretch out into a T pose. Except because it's Smolder, he's got 2 sets of arms, so it's more like a T pose with an extra little dash in the middle. A voice speaks out, but it is not Smolder's voice. A voice of old, a voice you have not heard in a long time.
I am Liege Maximo, and as the responsible one that shares this body, I must come clean. You must be wary of the original owner of this vessel, Smolder. He is a hypocrite, and I have witnessed him lie, cheat, kill hundreds. I would almost be proud if it was not for his little insect abomination of a body and his lack of his own beliefs. Now, do with this information as you wish. I could care less. It is he who must suffer the consequences of his own actions. I have done all I could.
Smolder? You're talking about Smolder.
And we fade to black.
Oh,
Welcome
damn
back,
it.
Lapis.
Back!
God damn it!
What happened?
I
We're getting ready to start part 2.
didn't get to warn Peepaw.
What happened?
All right.
I
Figure it
don't
out
even know
later.
what happened, bro.
Why does this keep happening to me?
Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out Season 3, Eons, Episode 17. First things first, this will be a continuation of Episode 16, following Stormburst Convoy and Mantyx's adventure. So, players, here's the plan. You'll tell me which character you are playing and give us a short description of what they look like and what is going on in their brain module. Let's get started with Kilobyte.
Hi, I'm Kilobyte. I play Stormburst Convoy. He's a mostly orange bot with gray limbs. He has an eye patch. He's all scratched up all over his body, and last time we met him, he landed in a mall, and there was a recreation of the 87 movie with foods and office supplies, and then something crashed, and then they were going to investigate it.
Perfect, and last we left off, you have 2 notches on your watch. Next we have Clickbait.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Clickbait. I'm playing as Mantyx, an ex-Decepticon Seeker. He's big and tall and turns into an F-22 Raptor. He's purple and black. He's currently not sure really what's happening. He's really concerned about... He's with Stormburst, but it's not Stormburst. And he's with Stormburst, but it's not Strato. And he doesn't know what's going on because he crashed on this world, and there was chaos going on, and he took a small trophy for his now son. Hopefully more to come. And so he's kind of proud of himself, but he's also not sure what's going on.
Do you just refer to another life form as a trophy?
Wow.
Is that what I heard?
Wow.
That's messed up.
Smolder's gonna
Anyway.
love one.
You have 2 notches on your watch.
Smolder's gonna love him, okay? He just wants to get back to his
and
family.
Finally, I am Onyx. I'll be your DM, your Primus, your god for this round. Are you ready to get started?
I'm very stressed out right now.
Excellent. Perfect.
I'm ready.
Last we left off, you both were in the 425_X22, a level 1 course thread timeline. leaving them all to investigate a strange meteor crash that may be the cause of your TBD watches, and for Mantyx, the same meteor you saw within the time vortex that emerged from a golden thread, also known as your home timeline. With that, let's start off with what you see in the crash. Peering down, you see a pitch black figure with an amazing amount of battle damage, like a web covering their entire body and cracked on each of their arms, of which they appear to have a larger pair and a smaller set. They appear to have some sort of large sphere divot in each of them. Same for their shoulders, chest, and ab section. A large divot with webbed cracks across their body. Their singular optics broken and cracked, flickering faintly, and their head follows you in whatever direction you move.
Not creepy at all.
Galaxy Wave.
Ah! Ooh!
What?
What? Ah! Is he alive? Like he's watching us, but like, is he like conscious or is he?
I immediately
Quick
just
question.
put up my blaster up.
Yeah, same.
Pull up. Roll me some perceptions with advantage, each of you.
My Primus.
They don't seem... I'll give you this before you get your numbers. They don't seem to be in immediate hurry to move. The only thing that appears to move is their head at the moment.
21.
Like 14.
21 and 13. Okay, perfect. You both pass. You notice none of their limbs appear to be operational or move, except for their head. And at a further examination, you notice their green backpack that they carry everywhere with them is filled with notches. Enough if you could manage to maybe somehow transfer some of its energy to both your watches, they would be completely filled. You could try to take the backpack, but you also notice there are cables connecting it to Galaxy Wave, ports that neither you have. You get the sense they're trying to talk to you, but only static and electrical buzzing appears to come out. What do you do?
Oh, Primus.
I would like to stab it.
Yeah.
Stab
like to
him,
stab
not the
it?
backpack. Stab him.
Yeah, stab him.
Okay.
You hurt so many of my friends.
Clickbait reminder,
Fine,
Mantyx.
I can't
his
talk!
voice box doesn't work.
I was so excited!
Poor Mantyx.
No! He tries to talk and gets really frustrated and just starts angrily gesturing at Galaxy Wave. And then he points at Stormburst and he starts signing, just get him, kill him, this is the guy. And then just points at Galaxy Wave again and pulls out his blaster. Or his sword.
Okay. Stormburst, roll to hit with advantage since they are on the ground prone. If you're stabbing him, if that's what you're doing. And where are you stabbing him?
I want to stab his arms.
Okay.
Just to remove movement from them. Like,
Yeah.
you know, slowly. Not necessarily kill him right out. I want him to suffer.
Okay, roll to hit.
19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
6.
You deal 6 points of damage, and as your sword makes contact with their shoulder joint from their arm, trying to remove movement, what a word, what a sentence, dislocating more of their arm, you see their body completely not move at all, as if they feel nothing that you are doing to them. His optics flicker in towards your direction as if he's pondering of what to do and what to say, but only static seems to still linger.
That's just considering Mantyx also can't talk.
Makes me more angry.
Doesn't have like his blaster arm out or anything, right?
It is heavily damaged, lots of parts broken, missing.
Yeah,
It looks like he's been one hell of a fight.
I would like to try and cut that off of his body.
You guys are gruesome. Roll to
What?
cut it off, I guess. Which is, I guess, a strength.
Okay.
Are you pulling it or using a
I have
sword?
a sword.
Okay. Do you have a
I
sword?
do have a sword. I have an Energon M sword.
Okay.
Use a strength.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
13.
As your sword makes contact with his arm, it doesn't seem to be piercing his armor. It is slicing. It's making a cutting noise, but it seems like you didn't have quite enough strength or get-go to cut it off.
You deserve
Roll.
all of this and more.
He stomps and
I wanna
Roll
kick
a
him.
wisdom.
of us.
Both of you roll a wisdom. Yep.
I got a 10.
Or kind of natural one.
Mantyx, you are confused why he is here. You're confused where he's from, You're not quite sure what the cause is that is causing the electric static in your watch. Stormburst, you get the sense that he has something to do with it. You don't know what it is. You just have a sense.
Mantyx is so angry.
I'm angry too.
I guess I'm gonna try and see if I'm just gonna try and touch my watch to his backpack, see if I can try and get notches so we can get out of here. He doesn't know what to do. He's just angry and confused.
Okay. Nothing happens when you touch it.
Really annoying.
He just seems to keep an optic on you as you get closer to the backpack.
Is there a keypad or anything on the backpack?
Roll perception.
You're gonna say that.
Can I pin him down in case he tries to do anything while Mantyx is going to go touch the backpack?
13.
I'm not going to make you roll.
Okay. I'm just...
As you're grabbing onto his arms or legs or however you want to get on top of him or whatever you want to do. None of his limbs appear to be moving, as if they're limp. There's no resistance. Nothing is happening.
He can move his head, right?
Just his head.
Mantyx, the previous Galaxy Wave spoke CSL, right?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
I sign at him. Can you move your body?
He just stares at you, and you hear static.
He can't move his limbs, Mantyx.
He can nod his head. It's a yes or no question.
Oh, I guess.
Oh, did you
Yes.
ask? I didn't remember you asking it as a yes or no. Okay, so what was the question
Can you
again?
move
Sorry?
your body?
He moves his head in a no fashion.
Are you dying?
Moves his head in a no fashion.
Or roll his eyes and be like, of fragging course you're not dying. It's so annoying. Are you here for a reason?
How am I supposed to answer that? I'm confused. Yes or
Yes
no?
or no?
Was it an
Yeah.
accident or are
Okay.
you here for a reason? If it was an accident, it's a no. If you're here for a reason, it's a yes.
You see the light in his eye flicker as if he's thinking really hard about it. As if he's confused by the question. As if this is the first time he's ever been confused. Moves his head.
Here on
Yeah.
accident?
Moves his head to be a yes.
Someone betray you?
Moves his head to a no.
Oh, my Primus.
Can I check his person and see if I can find my matrix?
Yes. I'll give you free reign to check his person. You find a data pad on the back of his backpack. You find a charging port that he probably uses to connect to whatever source he uses to power his backpack. You don't find a matrix of any kind on his person. You do find some energon sticks that can heal for 1d4. They're very small. And then you find a brain module.
It's funky.
Okay. Can I take his backpack off?
Yeah. Roll me a... what would that be a roll? Probably some sort of wisdom or intellect. I'll let you choose.
Can I try and fiddle, to see if,
They're both zeros, so it doesn't help.
Is it?
Were you doing Mantyx?
I wanted to see if his voice box was totally destroyed, or if it's could be fiddled with and fixed, so he can at least say something. So I don't have to do this stupid yes and no.
Okay. Yeah, you get closer to the voice box. It looks like it's been slashed with a sword, or it either got cut during some sort of crash that he was in. But it looks fairly clean. What'd you get, Kilo?
I got a 9, but I have an inspiration I would like to use.
Okay, go for it.
Does it look like I could use some sort of electrical heat to fuse it together?
Let me finish kilobytes real quick. With the 13, you are able to take the backpack off. You disconnect all the cords that was connecting it to his main body, and as you do, each time you dislocate one of the tubes from his body, his eye seems to flicker or wince. And then he looks sharply at you, and then back at Mantyx.
What kind of expressions on it? Because he doesn't really have expressions. I know! This is hard with no face! Yeah, so I want to...
I'll look at Mantyx and be like, should I continue? We both hate him.
He's gonna
Both
sign...
hate him.
Would it be
He's
a
gonna
bad
sign...
thing?
Oh, trust me, I want him to die as much as you do, but maybe he can be useful first for all the pain he's caused.
Then I'll leave one plug on.
Okay.
But be ready to pull it out in case we need
Alright.
to do anything. In case he starts being funky. If he suddenly regains function.
As you get closer to try to examine the voice module on his throat, There are wires and gears. There's some energon leaking. It seems dark, the energon. It seems tainted. And
Oh,
as
no.
you do, you both hear a small fabric tearing noise. Roughly 100 feet to your left, you see in the middle of the parking lot, the air seems to bend and fold as a clawed hand begins to pull it aside to make room for their entrance into this timeline. Lapis, describe who you play and give us a very
Primus!
brief summary of what they look like and their current thoughts and goals.
Hi guys, I'm playing Scourge. So, she's just this absolutely horrifying, sweep resembling type character. She's dark purple with red orb optics with big, huge red horns on her. She's got nice big wings on her back, and on either arm is like a dragon head. And their little red optics seem to kind of move on their own, as though they're not her. But yeah, no, she's stepping in here, and she's looking around with like disgust, because this is a human parking lot. And then she's going to look directly over to the mall, and she's staring.
I'm gonna
That
look
is
at
all.
Galaxy Wave.
Don't
Alright.
stare too hard. There's no deals, so there's nothing
I'm
to
gonna look
buy.
at
Stormburst and Mantyx. You see the figure among you. Stormburst, they look very familiar. You do recognize them as Scourge. I don't know if they gave their name last time, but you do know this is a threat. Mantyx, this version of Mantyx at least, has no idea who this is.
We'll see if I take your head off this time
Alright,
around.
get back out of
Anyways.
here. How far away is this spot?
How far away? 100 feet, I believe I said. And then I want to hear what Stormburst and Mantyx's thoughts are, and then we'll have Scourge do what they do best.
Yes, sounds good.
So we do see Scourge.
You do see Scourge.
Okay. I'll look at Mantyx and be like, this is worse.
We do.
We better get out of
Do
here.
we take him with us?
I'd rather not.
May know how to program this.
Last time they were working together. If I heard them talk, which
Does
I
Galaxy
think I
Wave
did.
see Scourge? Is he making any,
So-
do you look concerned about this?
The way Galaxy Wave is wedged into the ground, he cannot see outside of the meteor hole he created.
Oh, we have two options. We either take Galaxy Wave and run, or we take the backpack and run. And the datapad. We don't have a
But they
we don't have a connection for the backpack.
Yeah, okay.
We don't know how to use the backpack.
Yeah, but if this is between them, I'd rather be far away, because once Shockwave is definitely defeated, they'll come after
Galaxy
us.
Wave.
Or Galaxy
Does
Wave,
it look
sorry.
like I could fix his voice box relatively quickly? Like if I could solder things together? Like shocking hands or something?
Roll me a intellect check, and as soon as you do, Scourge, you have the floor.
Not good.
Don't you mean the sky? No.
Whatever they want to do.
14.
14. You have not worked on a audio box before, but you do know you would need more time, or at least someone would need more time than what is presently given to you.
You have to decide now.
Scourge, what would you like to do?
So, do I see?
Oh, absolutely. You
The-
see everything. You scan
Perfect.
the area. You know where they are. You can't see what's in the meteor hole they are partly in, or
Mhm.
who they're standing over, but you see your target.
Okay. And are they inside the mall? Do I have to go inside?
No, they're not inside the mall. They seem to be outside the doors of the mall.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yes, I'd like to go ahead and start striding over and see if I can get a little bit of a peek at what's inside that crater.
Wait, who's your
Scourge.
target?
Scourge is moving closer to Stormburst and Mantyx.
Oh, Primus. I don't like this very much. I'm getting flashbacks and I don't know why.
we better get out of here, man.
Can the little kitties come out to play?
No, because they're put to bed.
Alright,
Run.
we can run. Run.
I unplug the last cable and transform and fly away.
Oh.
As you unplug the last cable, a squirt of energy, I don't like how I said that, a squirt of energon spews out of the last cable, and you see the red optics begin to fade, and the static on your watches disappear, and you can now view everything on the watch.
I'm gonna sign, hopefully before he, dies. Deserved worse than this. You're lucky we needed to get out of here.
He did.
And he turns gray.
Oh, dang. Do I see this nice gray husk?
And then I follow Stormburst.
So angry.
So you both take into the sky. Scourge, you make it to about where they were, and you can see into the crater Galaxy Wave. Dead. A future version of Galaxy Wave, because you know in your spark you were just with Galaxy Wave, who left to go hunt for the Silver Matrix while you were told to hunt down Stormburst.
Okay, so I would like to, put my hand on the side of Galaxy Wave's lack of a face, his head, and kind of, tilt my own head as I look at it with, kind of a sadistic grin.
Looks like this version of you didn't survive. Well, better go hunt down your killers.
I'd like to soar after my homies that aren't really my homies. I want to go throw hands.
Excuse you. Step off.
Alright. With your superior form granted by
Here
Unicron's
we go.
power, you easily are catching up to Stormburst and Mantyx.
Stop it.
Guys.
Hi, Scourge.
Hi guys, my name's Scourge. I'm here because I kill everybody. What about you guys?
I'm here because I have trauma. Mantyx watches.
He does a
I
wing
guess, do you
waggle
have
because
one?
I can't talk.
We'll transform to robot mode and hover and
Okay.
Stein.
You guys are speeding across the sky. You're going past a highway. It's dead. There's no humans out at all, or aliens, or whatever inhabitants are on this plane of existence. You're going past these fast food restaurants, and out of one of them there seems to be a weird noise as you're approaching, and you see a to-go box ship spiraling out with straws at the end and a sharpened what are those called? You use them for
Can openers? Or...
No. Use them
Chopsticks?
for sushi and stuff. What's it called?
Chopsticks?
A knife?
Chopsticks.
Oh,
At the end. Yeah, chopsticks. A pointed chopstick at the end, spiraling towards your direction. So it's going toward you as you're going towards it.
It's a ship?
If that makes sense. It's a small ship of probably about 1.5 feet long.
You said it was spiral?
Yeah, it's spiraling.
Oh, I
And
think I
you
know
can
who it
just
is.
hear music playing on this little takeout ship, if you will. And you hear burger, junior, double, triple, flaming grilled burger.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
I think these are
I
the
cannot
Dunkions.
believe
I
my
think
prime
these are the
minister.
Dunkions.
I'm confused.
If I said the other thing, I think that's copyright.
I'm assigned. Yeah, I'm in
Are
bot
you in
mode. I'm
bot
sending
mode,
you.
Mantyx?
I have 2 notches on my watch. Seems to be working now. If we could go or we could see it's happening, I don't want to die.
You
Yeah.
sign all that?
It's fine.
Okay, as you
can I
sign
catch
that,
up?
it takes a long time to sign. Scourge catches up immediately. Who do
Yeah!
you tackle first, Scourge?
I'm tackling Stormburst immediately.
Okay.
I'm going right
Roll
for his
strength.
throat. Yeah. Okay. Dice rolls.
Kill Bite, you can roll strength to try to fight it off.
I got a 13.
Oh,
I got an 11.
Scourge claws onto your body with a hand around your throat, tackling you to the ground. Roll initiatives.
it's Soulless Prime.
Oh,
I
yeah, baby.
I don't like this at all.
Oh my god, I rolled a 4. And I have +1 to initiative.
What a 17.
I got an 11.
Mantyx, take me with you.
I don't think I can. I think I only have 2 notches.
All right, Mantyx, you're first.
I have 2 notches.
No, I'm working
You're
on
first,
it.
Mantyx, as you were mid-signing as Stormburst got tackled to the ground.
Can I try and lunge towards Scourge and Stormburst? And I want to try and get as close to Stormburst's wrist with the watch as possible. I also want to use Shocking Hands. So I'm angling towards Stormburst and his watch, but I want to use Shocking Hands on Scourge.
I'm gonna let you
can I-
do one thing.
I move towards...
Those are 2 different things. Pick one. You can move towards and grab him, or you can move towards and shock her.
If I move towards and grab him, can I program his watch?
Yes.
Then
Allow
that's
that
what
to
I'll do.
happen. Okay. Roll in athletics with advantage. And as you're rolling this and you're running towards Stormburst's aid, you see Sitting on top of the spiraling to-go box ship, what looks like a half-eaten, crumbled up, or been sitting in the trash for days, a bot who is declaring himself as Rap Bar, their leader, a bot who looks like they turned into a partially eaten TV tray dinner burger, wearing a torn wrapper, screaming the chanting song that's been emanating from the ship.
Oh my god, that's great.
Maybe I should leave Stormburst to go kill them.
You gonna eat them?
Yeah, pulp.
Alright, what'd you
16.
get, Mantyx? Okay, you make contact with Stormburst and you program to watch. Do you hit the button, is what you're saying?
Well, I have to program my watch too.
Yeah, you
Does he have enough
could
notches?
go with them. I think I said something specifically magical about your
yes,
watch.
yes. Then yes, I go with him.
Okay.
Do you
not
even know
really,
your
not re-
character?
I know, right? Every
It's an
time with
adventure every
Mantyx.
time.
Green and blue sparkles appear, and a flash of white, and they're gone. Scourge, you drop to the ground as he is now gone once again. And the Ratboar bot on top of the to-go food ship reaches your direction. He's pronouncing himself leader of the junk food bots. He's screaming names, but they are trying to ram you with the ship. Let me see if that hits you. They get advantage since you were busy occupied with Stormburst.
I cannot believe this.
Don't kill them, Scourge. Don't do it.
I'm gonna kill everybody in this
No, they're
universe.
just
Every
rappers.
single
Don't
one of
do
them.
Alright, with advantage, they had a nat 20,
Are you kidding me?
Ooh.
and they ram into one of your optics with the tip,
Oh!
Take that! Take that!
blinding that eye.
That's
Yes,
great.
you deserve it.
Blinding my eye?
That's
Just
great.
the one eye, yeah, the one optic.
Oh my private.
Let me get a little.
What
Let me get a
turn
little
of
bit of a.
events.
Let me get a little bit of an in-character snarl here. 1 second.
What are you? How dare you?
They seem to immediately trying to evacuate out of your skull, but the ship is stuck.
Oh no.
Oh my! I'm taking. Can I grab it with my hand and crush
Yeah.
it and rip it out?
Not even gonna give you a roll because it's tiny and you're obviously much bigger. You rip it out easily.
Yeah, I chuck it to the floor. I would also like to use my corrupted breath on it.
Okay, yeah, just roll to hit.
Heck yeah, I love that.
And then I threw it on the ground.
I got a 7.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Heck yeah. Do you want me to roll damage or?
It's gonna instant kill all these bots, frying them. You have the stench of burnt food now in the area.
At least I
and
just
we
abducted
fade
somebody.
to black.
Just
Wow,
murdered like
Scourge.
an entire.
Wow.
I cannot believe this is.
How do you feel? How do you
This
feel
is
as a
terrible.
failure?
That's what you get for being
And I
evil.
passed the third part of the session to Kilobyte.
Let's go. Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out Season 3, Eons, Episode 17. First things first, this will be a continuation of Episode 16, following Scorchimus, Allegory, and Domina's adventure. So, players, here's the plan. You'll tell me which character you're playing and give us a little brief description of what they look like and what they're currently thinking of. Shall we get started?
Let's do it.
Yeah, boy.
Perfect. Onyx, you go first.
Oh, always me. Why is it always me? Okay, hi, I'm Onyx. I play Scorchimus. He's a red bot. He loves hanging out with his newfound family. He's trying to do some good here and there. His current thoughts and goals are what in Primus's name is going on. There are toys around him that are the same size as he is, and apparently there's giants that have a Medusa-like stare. What is happening? He's uncomfy, I think is the word.
And you have 0 notches on your watch.
That is correct.
Cool.
What's
Next
up,
up we have
guys?
Clickbait.
I'm Clickbait, and I'm playing Allegory. She is an Autobot intelligence officer who transforms into a Cybertronian jet. Currently, I believe, I don't remember what color I am currently, but I think I'm still the black and red of the Zeta Elite Guards. Okay, yeah, I was like, oh no,
Yes,
I'm
you're
Alita.
still the,
I'm
the
Alita colors.
Alita-
Alita colors.
Yeah, lead a
And I'm incredibly confused. Not sure what to do about this whole toy situation because now they want us to fight a battle, but she's not sure if it's gonna hurt them or if, like, what part of their density and like destructive powers they keep. She's just not sure what's going on and doesn't know what to do about it.
Awesome. And you also have 0 notches on your watch. And finally, we have Celeste.
Hi, my name is Domina. I'm Celeste. I'm trying to go with the water over to my keyboard.
Leave
turn
me
into a
alone.
Naboo
That was one time.
Okay, I got this. Hi guys, my name is Celeste. I play as Domina, who is a very big Cybertronian mech, wearing the white, orange, black, and gray colors. Currently they are with Scorchimus and Allegory in this world where they are very tiny, and it seems that there are organics in the planet, but they have to keep away from them. So Domina's trying to keep Scorchimus calm, not to harm the organics, since she has experience with them. And now they're just trying to figure out how they're gonna get rid of that. How they're going to get out of that timeline. That's all.
We shall see. And you also have 0 notches on your watch. But finally, I am Kilobyte. I am your DM, your Primus, your god for this round. Let's get started.
To rumble.
We continue where we left off. Scorchimus got a new arm. This time it's blue, but
Plastic.
it's been glued.
Yeah, it's very handy.
The team met up with Steve. Domina and Allegory, after you finished the debriefing, are now headed towards the battlefield, not necessarily to participate, but it's where all the other bots were headed. And it's to determine who the best toy is, the knockoffs or the official toys. Steve, last time we met with Steve, was screaming that he was excited, and that's when Scorchimus met up with the group, and that's exactly where we are. Would you like to follow Steve and go to the battlefield, or is there something else you would like to do before that?
I mean, I think we were headed to go moral support the battle and just not participate.
Because we don't know the risk, how strong our characters don't know how strong they might be compared to these.
Yeah, and since some of us are Autobots,
boys too.
don't want to kill people. Cough, cough.
Yes. And we're gonna keep an eye on Scorchimus too.
Response.
I think Scorchimus wants
I see how it is.
kill somebody.
Wants to fight organic.
As in deep thought, I'm staring at my new plastic hand. These get
I'm gonna
lost
wave
in the
my
beauty
hand in
of the
front of his
art
face.
craftsmanship.
Scorch! Cybertron to Scorch. Are you with us?
What?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
noticed.
hi. Sorry, I get very easily distracted, but another gorgeous face is
don't
another
even know what to do with
distraction. So, hi.
85% of that information.
Oh my
But
gosh.
redirect, are you coming with us?
Oh, I do.
Are you
Are you going?
You're killing me, Smalls.
Allegory loses.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh back. Like, hearing you laugh is like
Oh my
a
god, I
little
cannot.
kryptonite
I'm just
stab.
not emotionally prepared for this.
Going 0 to 60, being the DM that just murdered a bunch of
Such
people,
a
and now I'm
180,
playing a
I'm so
character trying to be
caught me off guard.
flirtatious.
Anyways, well, I did tell you I was going.
Mix of
so
emotions.
Are you coming with or not?
Oh, then yeah, I'll be right behind you.
Okay,
Yeah, ladies first.
right.
Okay, you'll follow Steve. And after a bit of walking, you arrive at the craft table battlefield. Before you lays a field full of compactable sand. There are some plastic jacks. It's like the little game where you throw the ball in the air, it bounces, and you pick up some jacks as quickly as possible.
Yes.
There's a fog machine creating some atmosphere in the desolated style of battlefield. And then on the edges of the field, you can see some egg carton bleachers for the spectators to sit and watch the battle. You find your spots and you sit down at the bleachers. Steve waves from the battlefield with the rest of the toys.
Nice.
And the battle begins. And you see the Karens begin screaming as they rush the battlefield with their weapons. They fire a few rounds, and you can see some yellow foam balls, kind of like the Nerf blasters, come out, and they start hitting some of the Barbies that are on the battlefield. And you can hear them screaming in pain. They fall down to the ground. The G.I. Joes were close, so they provided support, and they took out some of the Karens. The crowd is going wild. They're celebrating. You see some sand get thrown in the air. Crayons are deployed from above as they drop on top of the Morphobots, and you can see a colorful splash of smoke as the wax from the candles just kind of starts going everywhere. You can see some of the Transformers have arrived, what you would call
Yeah, that was
Cybertronians.
gonna be my question.
Do we recognize any of them?
Yes, that's I was about to say who they were, but
I'm
yes.
sorry, man.
Patience, Scorchimus, patience.
So excited.
So as the battle continues, the Transformers arrive, and you see Steve the Vehicon fight Steve the Vehicle out on the battlefield. Wheeljack is seen in the far back, screaming and kind of providing support, and you see a Seeker, very familiar with some familiar colors. Starscream is flying around the battlefield, shooting some plastic balls and missiles from his toy. And the crowd begins to chant as the tides seem to be turning towards the knockoff toys, and they start chanting knockoffs, knockoffs, as things begin to get more and more exciting. In front of you are some plastic soldiers, kind of like the little green army toys, and they're walking around as they have some large treat, and they call it a popcorn, and they're like, hey, who wants a popcorn? And they start, you see some toys kind of raise their hands, and they start throwing into the crowd, and the crowd is really enjoying it. But suddenly you hear a large creak sound, and the door to the classroom opens. The crowd goes quiet. The lights turn on. It's the janitor. Today was cleaning night. You see some of the toys in the crowd gasp as they didn't expect this. You hear them yell, Code Red, everybody. Play to the ground. Everybody to the ground. And you see all the toys just kind of flop and are motionless on the ground.
I don't do this. I think this is about me because back in my day they called me Cold Red, in the war. And I was. Can I dodge?
Scorchimus.
Wait! Allegory's tackling me? No, I open my arms out.
No, you hear the egg bleachers kind of shake from the momentum of Allegory rushing to push Scorchimus down. So you can kind of see it shake. The silence continues as the janitor starts walking and reaches the table, and you can see them start picking up some toys and putting them in a bag as they shake their head.
Oh no.
You notice the toys that they're picking up are either dirty, missing parts, or have parts of different colors.
Oh no.
He slowly makes his way around the table until he reaches the egg cartons where you're located, and you can see his large hand coming down to pick you up, Scorchimus. And he grabs you by your red arm, the one that's still intact to you. Is there anything you would like to do, or you let this happen?
They make me freeze, right? Like I can't do anything. Is that's what they
if they're looking?
do?
Yeah,
or?
if they're looking at you, yes, you wouldn't be. You can still move and kind of like move your head and kind of see around it, but you wouldn't be able to run away. But
does that mean Allegory also gets picked up if she's tackling me, or does this happen just before she tackles me? I'm curious.
No, she tackled you, so she can still grab on and go with you.
Well, can I? If they're not looking at me, can I blast
promise.
this thing?
What are you doing?
You can roll to hit.
I'm
You're
saving
gonna
us.
get us all killed.
my
Don't you
gosh.
worry.
The Allegory and Scorchimus are being picked up.
Just
They're in the process
kill.
of being picked up. Yes.
Oh god.
16.
oh
16 hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, it does. 4. Wow,
Wait, is he hitting the
anticlimactic.
person then?
Okay. Yeah, he is hitting the organic with 4. You
no.
hear the organic go as he drops you, and you fall back down on the table.
Fall damage? No.
The impact pops your arm out. The blue one, the new one you got.
shut up, Scorchimus.
I just got that.
You see the organic bent down and grab the blue arm from the floor as it fell from the table, and then they're coming back to pick you up.
I needed that.
Shut up. We can fly back from wherever they take us.
Strong word for someone
I
that
can fly.
I cannot fly. Or transform. Okay. Then
Scorchimus,
pick
we
me up,
have to
baby.
be frozen right
While
now.
while you're bickering,
Oh,
you
my
both get
Primus!
taken.
Guys, be quiet.
As you're being taken, the organic separates both of you and looks at you, Allegory.
Of course.
Sees no flaws and puts you back down on the table. and then puts Scorchimus in a bag. And
So again, we get our characters are frozen whenever they're being looked at directly, correct?
yes, so Domina can look. He's looking at Allegory and Scorchimus, so you would be able to move.
Okay.
So they wouldn't be able to move, but you can.
Okay. Is there any chance
Hole in it.
Domina can shoot the bag so like Scorchimus can fall out of it? Maybe.
You can shoot. Yeah, roll to hit.
Allegory's just trying to move, but she can't. She's just like trying to walk forward.
Yeah, this Allegory, he put you face down, so you're just
That's
looking
great.
at the table.
Well,
You
she's trying to
can't
sit
even-
up then. No, but she's
Well,
trying
he's looking
to.
at you, so you wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah, she's just like. "Ugh."
Yeah, so you're just grunting there, trying to.
Session is very nerve-wracking.
20. He's free.
Nice. You hit
so
the bag.
Finally, Domina
Roll
can
me
shoot
damage.
something.
Yeah, roll
Wait,
me the
what?
damage. Roll me the damage.
14. Oof.
Okay, 14. You blast with your cannon at the bag, and it travels and it hits the bag, and you see a little tiny hole was made at the bag, where you can see, because the bag is relatively transparent, so you could see the colors of Scorchimus. So there's a hole, and Scorchimus can now see outside of the hole. It's not big enough for him to crawl. He would like have to kind of pry it open a little bit more, but
At least he can
a
do it,
start.
right?
Bring holes in my ship. I'm just kidding.
The janitor finishes cleaning and starts walking outside with Scorchimus in the bag. As he keeps looking inside, like counting and making sure he got all the toys inside the bag.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's leaving.
As the door shuts and the janitor leaves, Steve comes rushing to both of you, Domina and Allegory. He says,
I'm so sorry. That was not supposed to happen. Someone messed up the scheduling. This was all up to the officials to set up the war night, and this. I'm sorry.
Have to get
We will get your friend.
Tonight, correct?
Where does he go? Where do the
Yeah,
toys in
no,
that bag go?
We have. That depends. Sometimes he takes them to his workshop to fix them up, and sometimes they go into the trash if they're too beat up. But we have some scouts on the window looking at the garbage dump, see if that's where he's going to take them. And we have some of them looking at the camera. So once we know more, we will let you know. We'll go rescue. We always
Has anyone
go
been lost?
and get the toys as quickly as we can.
Well, Scorchimus wasn't that beat up, so I think maybe a repaint, but maybe he's safe.
"Yeah."
Damn, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What, hypothetically, do comms work?
Yeah, because
in
we
this
all have
world?
each other's contact
can I
from the Alita mission.
Try something?
Yeah, they would work because you're not technically
Okay,
toys.
cool. Remembering what Alita 1 mentioned long ago, we
Yes.
have comms. I am frantically on the comm, or trying to get in contact with Allegory and Domina. I think I have both of their numbers,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I
I
don't
think at
want
this
to
point you
assume.
should, yeah, because you meant
Yeah.
Domina
Scorchimus,
first.
stop yelling! Stop yelling!
Yeah, you do.
Stop yelling, Scorchimus! Audio receptors.
and I'm
Okay.
You're surrounded by papers and food scraps and napkins and
Oh, he's
other
trash.
things.
He's trash.
Scorchimus, is there a hole in the bag
Is there like
to get out?
Trashimus.
There's some other toys in there with you, but it's like organic material in there as well.
Scorch! Scorch!
Yes.
Focus!
Scorchimus, stop. There should be a hole in your bag. I made one. Try to look for it at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, I saw
Miss,
it almost hit me in the head.
focus.
Oh god.
Focus.
Focusing.
And you see a hole in the bottom of the bag. And on the things I'm saying. The things that I'm saying. Focus on those.
Yes.
Then answer me.
You can just get lost in
Scorchimus,
Scorchimus, when we find you, I'm
Same.
gonna choke you.
And
so
you
you better
see-
listen up.
and you see
Don't threaten me with
a
a good time.
hole in the bag. Scorchimus, look wherever the direction of the bottom of the bag is.
DM, do I see a hole in the bag?
Primus.
Yeah, you do because it's right next to you.
Okay, cool. Do I see anything out of the hole?
You do, actually, you do. You find yourself outside of the building, and off in the distance you see a little bit of flash of green and blue lights that you've seen before.
I see a flash of blue and green lights.
Get out of the bag, Scorchimus.
Okay. DM, can I get out of the bag through this hole, or is like how's this?
You're gonna have to break it. So if you use a sword, just roll a damage with it because you clearly hit it. If you want to use your hands, just roll me a strength.
That might be a problem. I believe my sword is two-handed.
You have a dagger? Do you
Yep,
have
it is.
anything?
It is two-handed. And
Yeah.
Can you claw it out?
Use your teeth.
I always have something,
If you-
Allegory.
since
I
you don't
have
have
my
Your
wits.
wits have not gotten you
Since
anywhere.
you don't have a second arm, it's just
That's
a
true.
strength check.
Yeah, I know. I guess I'm gonna try. Obviously, I'm gonna grab with my teeth on one
My
end
Primus.
and my hand on the other, and I guess
What did
pull
we-
with all
what
my
else,
spark.
What else was said by
Do a Rodimus.
Alita 1 so long ago? How worthless.
What a useless power.
I have four with disadvantage. Because I have 0 in strength.
We're encouraging him. We're giving him moral support.
I'm mumbling with my mouth full of plastic.
Just keep trying.
Oh,
Keep trying to
Primus.
open the bag. Use one of your weapons. Use a blaster.
You opened it far enough that your head can poke out.
Out of the bag.
As you
Just
look around,
roll.
you see a container that looks like it could be a trash container.
Oh, I am not trash.
Okay, just get him. If you're in the trash, we can come get you.
Okay, then I hold
I'll be
tight.
the first time.
I'm gonna try to make friends with whoever else is in this trash bag with me, because it feels rude to not acknowledge their presence.
You turn-
Domina's just like rubbing her forehead.
I'm just
and
looking at
shaking her
Domina.
head in the alley.
I'm looking at
you
Domina,
turn
and I've
around.
just like got my hand on my
It's gonna
forehead,
be
and
a
I'm like,
long night.
I literally
And
cannot
we're
right now.
both doing the same. You're like, it's gonna be a long
I
night.
don't even know what to do right now,
Allegory.
Domina. I literally cannot with this
Scorchimus,
spot.
you turn around and you see a Johnny figure.
Ronnie.
A Johnny figure?
A Johnny figure, yeah.
Like
Okay.
Johnny Bravo.
What's wrong with, what
No,
wrong with
Johnny.
Johnny?
This is the partner to the Karens.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a
This
Kyle.
is really
Uh,
the can of the
Kevin.
So what are you in for?
I'm
Bro.
missing a leg, bro.
Nothing wrong with that.
The leg.
Yeah,
Anyone
no,
tell you different, and I put my one good hand on his shoulder.
thanks, bro. We bros
Yeah.
gotta stick together.
Yeah, we really gotta step up.
That was a good one. I gotta hand it to you, bro.
You're really good at this. You're really good at this.
I know, bro. We bros think alike.
I hope we're Johnny enough. I hope we're Johnny enough.
What's your name, bro?
Scorchimus, but and I give him a look up and down, and then I peer behind him a little bit, give that a look up and down. But you can call me Scorchimus.
Oh,
That's fire, bro. I'm Johnny.
Nice to
I'm
meet
Johnny,
you, Johnny.
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 Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
It's cool to have
What-
two first names, bro.
Yeah, it keeps it straightforward and simple and easy to remember.
I know, bro.
Yeah. Cool. Well, not a lot to do in here, is there? Johnny.
Nah, we just gotta hang tight. They'll get us, bro. Don't worry.
Look at us. We'll hang out together.
Yeah,
Let's go. Let's hang out.
yeah. Here, let me show you some stuff.
And he starts kind of like crawling and through the you're getting.
Scorchimus, are you at the trash can yet?
You feel a
In the
thud
trash
as
can?
you've been dropped into the trash can.
Roger. The eagle has landed, and then I hang up.
I cannot
He
right
just-
now.
As he hangs up, Steve comes back with news and says,
Our scouts have
Yeah.
spotted him.
The
He's in
trash.
the
Yes,
trash can.
we've been informed
Outside.
already.
Oh, you knew?
Should we rescue him?
Oh, wow, that was fast. Yeah. No, we will send a scout. You can go with him.
Maybe he needs a little bit of chill time. He needs to think about some things.
Okay.
We can.
Yeah, no,
I don't
that's
know.
fine.
We can go get him. It's
Uh,
all right.
Here, well, I'll
Probably
take you.
hurt
I'll take
himself.
you to the scouts.
and then he'll take you to the window. There's a cracked window, and you can see they have some string, some yarn pulled out, and you can see some of the buff bros going as they're going down the rope.
Do either of you,
Or not the buff bros, the buff soldiers.
any of you want to ride?
Right, that'd be great.
How many of them can I carry, DM?
They're not that heavy, but probably two, maybe one.
Okay.
Well, no,
Go
probably
ahead,
two because they're the small
Okay.
GI Joes. They're like the little tiny ones. Sorry, not GI Joes. Buff soldiers.
Oh, okay. So I think this is easier for this mission too. Can Domina use one of her abilities in this reality timeline?
Yeah, you can use you haven't lost your abilities or anything like that.
Okay. I want Domina to use her Amalgamous Prime shapeshifter ability.
Ooh, what are you gonna shapeshift into?
What was Astro Train's other form?
A train and a rocket ship, or
A rocket ship.
space shuttle. I think it's not a rocket ship.
A shuttle. There we go. A shuttle. I would like to do. I would like Domina to change from her train alt mode to instead into a space shuttle. Easier for transportation and to get out of that area too.
Cool. Yeah. Allegory, you see Domina just transform and change into a space shuttle.
Very nice, Domina. I see you've been keeping some things a secret.
Well, I learned my lessons during some missions. This is an emergency too. And seeing that we need to sneak around, it's easier to fly around than actually run or drive as a train.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's get Scorchimus before he does something else stupid.
When does he never?
Always. Always.
Okay.
Good thing their comms are, he hangs up so he can't hear anything.
He's missing out. You both fly quickly as possible. It doesn't take you too long to get there since there's no obstacles in the way. So you arrive at the dump site. There's a lid, and the buff soldiers come out, and you can see them use some pencils, and they kind of lift it up and crack it open, and they start throwing yarn down to get down to where the bag is, so that they can break it open and start getting some toys out.
Can I keep watch?
Would you like to? Yeah, you can keep watch if you wanted to. Is that
keep watch.
What you both want to do? Or do you want to do something else, Domina?
So, I think Domina could use herself as transportation to have some of the scouts with her to fly out.
Okay. So yeah, you can wait to have the toys. I need you both to roll me a perception.
17.
Okay. With a 14 Allegory, you notice a flash of blue and green light towards your right. There seems to be a large container that you can see on the ground between the grass, but it would be the organic terrain for you. There's a big box on the floor. You can kind of see some plastic decorations. They're colorful. They look to be structures almost like a tower or a big item with a handle on it sticking out from it. And you see the flash of blue and green lights that you've seen before in the TBD and when somebody uses a watch.
Guys, may have a problem. Hurry it up. It looked like somebody using a TBD watch. We need to hurry.
Inside.
Well, you're already at the destination.
Oh,
so now,
bad.
so now the bag opens. Scorchimus, you hear the ruffling as the bag gets ripped open and the toys start coming out. And you and Johnny were having a conversation, and Johnny says,
"That's how I lost my leg, bro."
I feel you. Well, if you ever need someone to lean on, you can lean on me. And I lean a little bit onto his shoulder.
Yeah, I
appreciate it, bro.
I got my eyes trained on this.
Put it there.
Put it there.
The soldiers pick up Johnny from like between his armpits and start lifting him out of there. One of them puts out a hand to help you get up. Do you allow it, or do you want to get up by yourself?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, why? Thank you. And I put my hand out with my fingers pointing down, all princess-like.
Of course you do. Of course you
For
do.
them to grab it.
You're welcome.
It starts climbing.
Oh, defined muscles you have. What kind of mold is this?
Primus.
He's already long gone climbing up.
Oh, okay. Well, silent type, I guess. Hello.
You climb the rope with some struggles because you only have one arm. But you
do I
make
climb
it
the rope, or do I just tie it to myself and someone pulls it? Because I don't think one arm can do it.
Up to you. What would you like?
We all know what he wants
If I'm
to
the
do.
last one out, I'm tying it to my waist.
Okay,
Yeah.
You tie it, and you kind of like pull it to let everybody know that you're done. And then you see all the toys kind of pulling together as they start pulling Scorchimus up.
You're doing a great job.
Scorchimus,
I believe in you.
stop.
Yay.
Uh,
Okay. Wait, is that the sound of
I
Allegory?
said
Yep, you reach the
Quiet.
top, and you're all kind of all fancy,
I blush
hanging
a
there.
little bit. My
She just looks
hero.
at him, rolls her eyes, and goes back to watching where she saw the
Okay.
flash.
Scorchimus, you removed the string from your waist, and Allegory, as you keep looking where the flash was, there hasn't been any other flash, but it's too far to tell if there's any kind of movement from where you currently are.
So who saw the light right now?
It was only me.
It was
keep
just
that.
Allegory because you
yeah,
rolled
the
a 7.
perception.
So, and then she did mention it, so
I'm
you're aware of the
I'm
light.
gonna go check it out.
Okay,
You
perfect.
guys have my
Domina,
back.
do you know where she's going?
He spotted something in the distance. She's gonna check it out. She's smaller and quicker than me, so just stay with me, Scorchimus. Please don't do anything reckless again.
Watch my flicks.
When do I ever do anything reckless?
Domina gives him a You sure about that, Look? You sure about that?
Look. And I start running towards Allegory's direction.
Oh my
Oh my
Primus.
god, Domina. No, she can't reach out for him. She's a
You are in your shuttle
shuttle.
mode, yep. Okay, Allegory is flying above, and you're running through the organic terrain, which we're gonna call grass. You can see wrappers and some boxes with like a straw coming out, a juice box. You can see some organic creatures crawling around as you're sprinting through the grass. Domina, do you go after him or do you stay at the bin?
Oh my
I go
Primus.
after him. It's better to stay safe together at least. Since
Are you gonna fly?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly for my first
Does
time
Allegory
in a
see
while.
this?
Okay, so you fly. You hear Domina take off, but you don't see Scorchimus running.
Domina, where are you going?
I have to stop Scorchimus because he ran off again.
Well,
Mhm.
just keep
Will
an eye
do.
out in case someone starts
So
shooting
does
at me.
Domina has to roll another perception.
No, you'll be able to track him
Probably
because you know
make
where
a
he's
lot
going.
of noise
Or
if he's
where
keeping in
he's
his
headed.
style
Yeah, so-
pattern.
Look, I can't transform, so I don't make a lot of, muscle car noises, so I have to go on my rollerblade wheel feet as
Through
a
the
classic
mud.
move through the mud. Really depressing because my paint job has just taken a beating these last couple days. But I gotta keep up with the flying lady.
Both flying ladies.
Both
Exactly.
flying.
Both flying lady. Well, I don't know if you passed me. I just know you took off behind me to follow me. As the ladies should follow me, but
Okay, buddy.
I cannot.
Allegory, you reach the destination, and as you get closer, you notice that there's a bunch of sand in this squared container out
Is
on
it a
the,
sandbox?
on the outskirts. It is a sandbox.
Oh no.
And
Oh, no.
the plastic structures you saw from before are buckets of creating,
there Can I go to the
sandcastles.
sandcastle?
No.
There's
I'm
a partial
so
sandcastle.
disappointed right now.
crumbling, but
I
it's-
wanted to
it's
explore
there.
sandcastle.
But you arrive, and the
Wow.
the handle that you saw before is one of the shovels for this to make a sandcastle. You arrive, and roll me a perception.
Okay. My God, a natural one.
Okay.
That really sucks.
You arrive, and all you see is sand.
Oh.
All you see is sand all around you.
Yes,
that
it
your second
is. But
natural
we are
one
not going to talk
this
about
session? That's
it. I
great.
think it's
That's
one from
great.
each character so
That's funny.
far.
That's hilarious.
What would you like to do?
Have I landed?
Yeah, you already landed. You're like in the sand pit, or
Can
in the
I
sandbox,
take
not
a
sand
closer
pit.
look around, see if I could head in the general direction of where
yeah,
I saw the light,
it's,
where I think I saw the light?
Allegory, the light that you saw is towards your right, which is next to the sandcastle, the crumbling sandcastle, in a shovel.
Will I
next
see
to
it in body as I walk closer, being extra stealthy?
Roll me a
I'm a
sneak
be
if you're gonna be
stealthy.
stealthy.
You sure
I'll
about
try
that?
to be stealthy. You know what? Just shush. Oh my gosh.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is this the
What'd you
third
roll? What
time?
did you roll?
That was not my fault.
Domina, it's all your fault.
Another
I
one?
I
Okay.
call shenanigans.
This is 2 in a row.
You rolled a
Yeah,
natural
yeah.
one. So with that natural one, you trip. You hit something metallic underneath you, and you trip.
Ow. I would try and take cover, see if anybody heard that.
Or are you gonna take cover? You're in a sand pit.
Is there the sandcastle nearby? I don't know.
It is nearby. You
Sure,
you
I
can
run to the
it.
sandcastle.
You run into the sandcastle, and you find some cover inside. You hear nothing, and as you hear nothing, you hear
I know.
something else as well,
Captain Stealthy.
which is Scorchimus climbing and arriving, and stating he's here.
No need to fear. Help has arrived.
What are you doing?
And now we can be even. You save me, I save you. Where did you go?
Told you to stay.
Hello?
You're
I
being
hear
so loud.
you, but I don't
You
see
ever
you.
listen?
Where are you?
A few seconds later, Domina arrives. So you can hear
Oh.
the landing of the shuttle.
Wait. Who said I want to land in there?
Oh, would you like to land? Sorry.
No, I don't want to follow in there
You
because
just want to stay flying?
yeah, I want to
Okay.
be away from the castle, but not land in there because
Okay.
Archo.
Domina is circling above you.
yeah.
Allegory?
Who said I
Hello?
want to land in there?
Are you in trouble?
I was fine until you got here.
That's
I
a
told
little
you to
rude.
stay put. You have 1 arm and 0 stealth.
Look,
So, can Domina just give an update that she's going to be hovering around the sandcastle just to be safe?
Look at that.
You can? Yeah.
Okay.
They
I'll just
receive
be
it?
out here.
I like to
if
imagine you
need me.
said that on the comms. Like you said that in third person.
Yeah. Can I do an update? Why I like to do an
You're killing these balls.
As you're updating them about your flight path, and Allegory and Scorchimus are bickering, the shovel that's nearby falls.
Oh no.
Picks up a bunch of sand, and you hear a voice. Hexamis, would you like to introduce your character?
Ooh.
Hi, yes, I'm Hexamis, and I'm playing, well, Scorchfire.
What?
Shall I describe myself?
Yes, please.
No.
My name is Scorchfire, and I am I would say, like, an indigo bot with a ton of, like,
No.
scratched off paint and scratches and a lot of, like, battle damage with totally black eyes except for 2 white pin dot pupils staring out into the void. Like I said, a lot of battle damage, kind of really roughed up, kind of worse for wear, and currently I would say Scorchfire is kind of looking around, kind of confused. She doesn't know where she is.
Thank God.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Yes, you all
Do I
see it.
see this?
Did I hear Scorchimus?
Yes, you hear everything.
Can I, like, whip around to look at them?
Yeah, you can. You see a flyer that's partially inside the castle, and then you see a red bot that looks oddly very similar to you, but in red. And then above you, there's another flyer that's circling.
I look between the two of you and kind of squint in disgust at the red one.
Always wondered what a goth version of myself would look like. Very eerie.
Who are you and where am I?
Who are you and why are you here?
Well, what the other one said.
Shut up, Scorchimus.
Rude. It's like looking into a mirror. I swear I've
Just
done
be
this
patient.
before.
You have.
You're not the same one previously met, right? No, you're a different color.
She just
Something
kind of
different.
tilts her head
Who
in
are you?
confusion and just sort of watches. She looks kind of antsy. Like she's like, kind of her hands are twitching a little bit and she's gripping her hammer.
Can Domina see what's going on in there? Oh, okay. Just making
They're
sure.
all on a
Like,
stand-up
they're
kind of
far
really,
away,
so
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
they're
they're
below
inside of
you,
it.
but you can see Allegory and Scorchimus are next to each other,
Okay,
and then
I was
you
gonna
see
say,
a bot
can I
across
start
from
like
them.
inching towards Scorchimus? But if he's sitting next to me, that's fine. But I would like to get out.
He's not sitting; he's like close
Can
by.
I start moving towards him casually?
Me, him, or him?
Him, not
Okay.
you, him. Him,
Me
him.
or her?
Him. You.
Him?
We have
Okay.
indigo, we have red.
I would like to move towards the
Okay,
red
good.
while I try
Um,
to make conversation with the indigo.
Cool. We'll end it there.
What? Okay.
Returning to the BotsBots 425_X22, a level 1 course thread timeline, after Scourge dispatched the annoying fast food bots and their leader, Rapar, she turned around and headed back towards the mall, landing at the feet of the dead Galaxy Wave from the future. His body grayed and lifeless, broken and beaten, his one optic filled with spiderweb-like cracks, with some of their head dented as if it was hit with a large hammer.
Looks like you aren't Unicron's most powerful creation after all.
A deep purple portal appears and out steps Galaxy Wave, although you notice right away their perfectly matching optic filled with spiderweb-like cracks, with some of their head dented as if they were hit with a large hammer. But that's where the similarities end. This Galaxy Wave is still very much alive and powerful, and still wears their gray-powered backpack. He stops short in front of you as he notices the dead body inside the caved-in meteor crash, pausing as if calculating the possibilities of his own mortality before casting aside the thought and bending his knee towards the uncanny dead version of himself lying before him.
I honestly thought you'd be more panicked given the situation. At least I know you'll die at some point. Then I'll finally be the one in charge.
Galaxy Wave, ignoring you, switches his hand out for a saw and carefully begins to surgically remove the top half of the head on the dead body, exposing the brain module, heavily damaged, but somehow still making a buzzy noise as if it was still alive.
Pity, but could still be of some use.
Switching his saw back into a hand, he pulls out the brain module and hooks it up into his backpack for download.
And you think I'm disgusting?
Most of the files have been corrupted.
A moment goes by and he continues.
Oh, I found something useful about the matrices. I may not have the silver matrix, but that won't stop me from continuing my plans.
You and your plans. We belong to Unicron. I don't think he would like hearing you scheming on your own again. But let's make a deal. I don't tell, and you do something for me in return.
Scourge, if it worked for the newfound information from this future version of myself, I would say that you just surprised me. Don't let me steal your thunder. Ask it.
I want my past life's memories. I want to know who or what she was.
Galaxy Wave turning towards you, first with just his optic and head, followed by the rest of his body, moves uncomfortably close to you, Scourge, his cracked optic glowing with intense heat of red, and you hear his voice one last time before his good hand touches your forehead.
Deal.
You feel yourself drowning in memories. Frostfang, the Wreckers, Synthwave, oh Synthwave, Allegory, Borg, Basilisk, Blaze, twirling all around in your mind, clashing with the rewiring of Unicron, the fighting of both love and hatred towards these bots, realizing Cross Summit, the bot that sacrificed himself and is now the power source of many others' ways of traveling, timelines, your death, being torn into pieces by sweeps, your minicons devoured in the chaos, Frostfang's body dragging across a hall, meeting Unicron. You feel yourself being pulled into a green light and rebirth, seeing everything you have done as Scourge through new optics, knowing everything you have done, but deep inside you, you can feel the dark urge of Unicron still holding your spark, threatening you from disobedience, and we fade to black.
Next time on Transform and Roll Out.
Sand everybody's optics. Be careful.
Ah, I hate sand.
Oh my god.
It's rough and it coarse and gets everywhere.
What a bunch of nerds.
Exactly. She's just staring deep into your eyes as she fights against you.
I was staring to yours.
I'm staring at campus now.
And donkey. Gross.
Scorchimus, what's happening?
I'm strapped.
Scorchimus.
Just a snort.
I cannot.
Proceed.
I'm sure I killed you. How are you here?
Why are you chrome now?
The other one's makeup was popping, but their mental health was dropping.
Oh my god.